Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. This is a practice video where you will be adding mixed numbers, and the mixed numbers will have unlike denominators. Make sure you've watched the lesson video and then come back and practice with me. If you need review on a lot of the concepts that you see in these equations, there's lots and lots of steps. There is a playlist video at the end of this video where you can just click it and go back and review some of those areas that you need more practice in. We'll have 3 equations today. I will not be using the multiple strips in these equations when I solve them. So if you do need multiplication strips, be sure to go back to the description and print them off from there. There's a link where you can print it off. Pause your video, then come back. I like to set mine up where they're above each other, so then I don't have to rewrite my equation several times. But if you'd like to do it this way here, go ahead. Both, as long as you do it the way that you're comfortable with, they'll both come out with the same answer. The first thing we have to do is make the denominators the same. 7 and 10 are not the same, so you cannot add those fractions. I can go through and do a multiple list. I know my 10s though, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 7 times 10 is 70. So we're going to go ahead and turn both of these into 70. What do I need to multiply 7 by? 7 times 10 is 70. So I'm going to multiply the top by 10 as well. 1 times 10 is 10. 10 times 7 is 70. And then 4 times 7 is 28. Now I can add these. 10 plus 28 is 38 over 70. Now I'm still kind of looking at my fraction. My fraction is really big, and I know that I can divide each of those by 2 at least because they both end with an even number. I'm going to divide both of these by 2. What I'm doing is I'm simplifying this answer. 38 divided by 2 is 19, and 70 divided by 2 is 35. This is the fraction part of my answer. 3 plus 2, just like you add 12 plus 13, and 1 plus 1 is 25. And I'm going to move this fraction over here because I've done all the work off to the side, and it's 19 over 35. So that's your answer. There's lots and lots of steps. Again, if you'd like to line yours up like this, great. And if you prefer to line them up here and then work going down, that's okay as well. Let's do another one. Pause the video, solve the equation, and then come back. First thing I want to do is look at my fractions. Can I add them? No, I can't because they do not have like denominators. So I'm going to multiply each of them by something to get that like denominator. Now this time we're going to have to go through our multiples. I'm going to do 6, 12, I already know, 4 times 3 is 12. So I know that they each have a 12. 12 is my like denominator, and we're going to put that at the bottom of each of these, and we're going to get an equivalent fraction. 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6. You don't have to write them out each time, but that's what I was multiplying each of them by. 6 times 2 is 12, and 2 times 2 is 4. I'm going to add 6 plus 4 is 10, and I put my 12 at the bottom. Now, again, I can simplify this. I know that each of these will divide by 2 because they're even numbers. So I put my 2 there. 10 divided by 2 equals 5, and 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Now I can add 5/6 to my equation as the fraction. Let's add our whole numbers first. 9 plus 0 is 9, and 2 plus 1 is 3. That's the easy part, isn't it? And then we put our 5/6 because we've done all that work to add those fractions, and that's our answer. How'd you do? This is our last one. Pause your video, work out the equation, and then come back. I want to check my denominators. Can I add those fractions? There will be times when that denominator will be the same, and you can add them. There's also going to be times when that fraction is going to become an improper fraction, and you're going to have to simplify. So just remember, there's all those things that you've learned. You're putting them all together. Let's go ahead and find a common multiple. I wasn't sure what the common multiple was, so while you were working, I was working, and I wrote down all of my multiples. And I have found that 30 was a common multiple. Now, some of you might have said 60, and we've talked about this before if you followed us in these videos. If you said 60, it's okay. What would happen is you would have a bigger fraction, and then you would have more to simplify. the answer would come out the same. We are finding common multiples so we can work with the smallest numbers possible just to make it easy. I want to make the common multiple of 30, and 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 2 is 10. Now notice I'm not writing it all out. I don't have to. 10 times 3 is 30, and 7 times 1 is 21. Now I'm going to add them. Oh, look at that. I was just talking about an improper fraction. We have an improper fraction, and I want to make it into a mixed number. There's a whole number in there. When I have a fraction, my numerator should be smaller. It should be part of a number. Well, my numerator's bigger. I could take 30 out of my numerator and get one whole. Do you see that? 31 minus 30, that's a whole number, 30 over 30. And I end up with 1 over 30. Now this one's a little bit trickier. I hope you're already figuring it out. We're going to take this 1 and put it up here because we're going to add it to the whole numbers. And we're going to put our answer with the 130. Does that make sense to you? I took that whole number out of that improper fraction, but I don't want to forget to add it to the other two numbers because it's part of the equation. So now I have 4 plus 3 plus 1, and that is 8. I bet you were able to do that. Make sure you go back to the description. There are practice sheets there. I do that all the time. Every video, every practice video has practice worksheets. Practice, practice, practice. These are actually fun. I find math as solving a puzzle. When you really start to understand something and you can figure it out, it feels great. And then you want to do more because you know how to do it. In the beginning, like anything, it's a little hard and you might have to practice, but that's okay. That's what learning's all about.